stand for the flag salute, please. Tom, will you lead us tonight, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Tom. Tammy, will you take us through roll call, please?
Yes. Those present are Mayor Shaw, Council Members Baker, Armbruster, Kemp, and McVeigh. Council Member Roth is excused. Staff present, myself, City Attorney, City Engineer, City Planner, and Public Works Director.
Thank you. Council, I'd look for approval of agenda, please.
I move to approve the agenda.
Second. Motion and a second to approve the agenda. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed 4-0. Thank you, Council. Now I would ask for the approval of the consent agenda, please.
Move to approve the consent agenda to include August 26, 2025 claim vouchers and 2 EFTs in the amount of $10,805.57. The August 12th meeting minutes and August 2025 payroll in the amount of $39,498.01. September 9th, 2025 claim vouchers and 2 EFTs in the amount of $32,701.83, which have been audited and verified by the audit committee.
Second. A motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed 4-0. Thank you very much, Council. We're now going to public comment.
No public comment.
You don't want to speak?
Nothing to add.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll go to staff reports. So, Jim Gibson, would you like to lead us off tonight, please?
Sure. So I just thought tonight I'd give an update on just kind of, I'll go around town with where the projects are at, what kind of progress we've had on them, just so you have a complete understanding of what's going on. So we'll start down the far east of end of town, 133rd. We had a meeting with the prospective developer and owner down there. He wanted to extend the water line from 133rd down to the commercial property. And remind me, gentleman's name?
Bob Howard.
Bob Howard, excuse me. He owns property down there. We did meet with him, and they're currently getting ready to survey the property, and we'll have follow-up meetings on how we can get the water line down through there. Theron and I met with him initially, and we'll follow up on those meetings with that. We really don't have a use given at this time. I'm not sure if he's looking at making it more marketable for sale or looking for a future use in there. But as we go, we'll update you on it. Do you agree? Yeah. Lucasmeyer submitted a 2-lot short plat. I talked about it a couple times. He has approval through the county now, so I need to write the preliminary short plat approval. It's a 2-lot short plat in the same development he had. You guys were looking at this about 4 or 5 years ago. The original one where they needed an easement to tie it together. That's the same application. And we're going to have the same requirements on that project that you guys originally worked through at that point.
Is that the one in the Crimson?
Yes. I think the address is 114 Crimson. So as we work back this way, there is a piece of property on the corner of 133rd, excuse me, yeah, 133rd and 507. Over the years, there's been conversation about mini storage there and other things. I've had no conversation with them in the last year about that one, so that one's kind of cooled off. As we work back this way, the 600 block of Binghamton there's been conversations about Six Pennies Brewery being there. We sat down for a pre-sub meeting with them about what some of the requirements would be to put a brewery on the old Garish property. That's the one just down there. And outline the requirements, the sewer requirements, the water main, the fire flow, on what they're proposing. And that was back in April, and they've been radio silent since then. I've had no future conversations with them. I have been copied on a couple emails between them and the county about septic. That's going to be the critical path out there is septic, because of being a brewery, it's a high
on that property, if you haven't noticed, they did take the trailer back.
Yes.
It's kind of hidden there behind the storage unit. But if you look down the driveway, the trailer is gone.
And I believe they did get appropriate permits for that. They went through Orca and got a demo permit for that, so it's
Yeah.
all done. As we work our way back this way, the next one would be the 300 block or Jason's Greenhouse, the large commercial out there. Many of you probably heard different things on that. Originally, we were asking them for some requirements. We worked through it. I think we got to a point where the fire sprinklers were not going to be required for it. That should have given them the green light, everything off and ready to go. Have not heard back from him since that happened. So we're talking, it's gotta be 4 months now or more. It's just been radio silent at this point.
And on that one, he'd also sent me an email, wanted my email or contact from Tammy, and I responded, gave him a couple of dates, and we had a meeting set, and he canceled on me, and he never rescheduled, so.
So we're just waiting to hear from them on that. Basically, we gave them the application requirements, and we're waiting to have an application made on that project there. If we go up towards, I forget the name, as you head up to your house, what's the main street going up the hill? Meyer Street. So
Thanks, Aaron.
as you go up the street, up the hill, right across the street from the water pump station, there's a piece of property there. We were expecting a 3-lot short plat application on that one. They were working through the county, and they got county approval for septics in there and for the nitrates. We were just waiting for that application for that 3-lot short plat there on that climbing hill there. As we come back into town, U-Haul, I think they came in and presented it to us here, but we did get a letter from them ultimately pulling their application for the U-Haul in the corner, and that's, at this point, that project's closed. They just felt it wasn't viable for the improvements we were asking for them to do the U-Haul. If we go down to Michigan Street, I think it's 105 Michigan, or the old Montoya property, some of you may know it as. That has been, over 2 years ago, we had all the plans approved and ready to go, and Mr. Rohr has just been radio silent. I've not heard from him at all. Until just recently, I had heard through a third party that he is looking at selling it now, and just wants to get out of it and be done with it. But I didn't see a for sale sign out there, but that's been the word on the street. And then the next one down, 702 Binghamton, is a big house in the front with a long lot that goes back, just before you get to the horseshoe-shaped development down there. They are working with the county to, they want to do a 3-lot short plat and build 2 houses back in there with large bedrooms or large number. It's either 6 or 8 bedrooms each. They were wanting to do some type of transition home or large apartment style house in there. But they're working through the county and trying to meet the requirements of septic in there. The last I heard, they were approaching Rohr to buy part of his property as a septic area. That was all third party and hearsay, but I have not seen anything on hard copy with that. South Street, Edgar, 3 or 4 months ago did some earthwork out there. And then last email I had, he was getting ready to talk about doing the water main. But I don't know if you can update me there, but I don't think you got started on it.
No, I haven't heard anything.
So we're waiting for them to install the water main and continue, but it's been very quiet on that project. Across the street from that is the other half of that property. That gentleman made an application for a 3-lot short plat, and now he's amended it to 2-lot short plat, and that is an active application that he just resubmitted his site plan, and we're routing that now for comment. So it'll be his house and one of the lot in there. What else do we have?
Wayne's propane.
Oh yeah, yes. Sorry, I forgot about that one. It's been quiet. Ever since we went through the conditional use permit, we approved the conditional use permit, asked him for some additional plans showing what he was going to do for landscaping and the amenities that were required by the conditional use permit, and I have not received those at this time. He did go out there and put up a few fence posts or buried a few holes 2 months ago, but nothing else since then.
Which property is that now?
What we call Wayne's Propane, it's 205 Binghamton.
Gotcha, yeah.
Originally, he was in here trying to have different fences that didn't meet the code. All at the same time, we were talking about 203. Did that forget anything else?
I think so.
Okay. But yeah, those were those projects that I was on. Just to give you an update on we talked last December about a loss system, large on-site septic system. The county contacted us about, wanting to possibly do a study or how they could try to add a system to the center of Rainier to provide for the commercial side. I have not heard anything from the county. I did send them an email just a few days ago asking for some kind of status. Are they still proposing this? What are you thinking? And I'm just waiting for an answer on that. So that was one that we proposed to the mayor and yourself is, would you support a study? And the answer was yes. But we've got no farther on that conversation with the county.
So basically, ending the year of 25 here, a lot of projects have just kind of hit a standstill on Jim's part. But I appreciate you giving a feedback on everything there, Jim.
And I believe from all my friends in the industry and other developers, what we're seeing is a slowdown to wait and see what's going on in the political climate. It's my 2 cents. I can't tell you if that's true or not, but it seems to be the case. Everybody's sort of holding their cards to see what's going to happen. Many other jurisdictions are seeing the same.
Anything else?
No.
Jim, thank you. That was very detailed.
Commented on the Lubismeyer development.
Mhm.
We need to be sure to remember that they owe us a deed.
That's what I was referring to. They already have it in hand. It's theirs. They just need to sign it over to us.
Okay,
He did go out on the last application and got all that.
good.
Yep.
I just, it's been a while and I didn't want us to forget.
No worries.
Thanks, Dennis.
How are we gonna access that property up by the water tower?
Up by the water.
Myers?
Myers.
They will access, well, the existing house, I believe, is already on top. As you go up the hill, there's an existing house on top. The other two will be accessing from the bottom half, from around the corner down. We'll have to put in a curb cut in there, and that's how they will access it.
Hard to visualize. I agree.
Yeah.
As you drive up there, just take a look, just as you start going up the hill, look off to the right there. And yeah, it does look like it drops
looks like
down
there's
into a hole.
drop off, yeah.
It does. Go ahead.
Across from your little building.
Across from the boost house,
Yeah.
not the water
Not
tower.
up top, but
Uh-huh.
down there. Okay.
Yeah, it does go off in there, but they found a way to make it work. And legally, we can subdivide it that way. They may have to fill some of that or work the grades to make it happen.
I can't imagine the people below that are
You mean
Oh, but look
on the
at
back?
down there.
Those houses on
Look
there.
at the one there at 602
Yeah.
down, I mean, they're down in the pit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they may not be. I'm just not trying to be mean to it, but legally, they can subdivide it and do this. It's, yeah, up to this point, they've had a nice green space to the back of them, and
Yeah.
Anything else? Thank you again, Jim. Aaron?
Okay, so Public Works has been working on, we're continuing to work on equipment maintenance. We're trying to establish a baseline for our generators and tractors and get everything up and maintained where we can continue to maintain it on a regular basis. We found some things have not been maintained as they should, dating back as far as 2015 with some maintenance records. So we're working on getting everything on the tractor generator side up to snuff on that. We've had a couple of water leaks, minor water leaks, and a couple of water meters that we've replaced. 'Tis the summer season for animal control calls, barking dogs, dogs at large, dogs digging holes under fences. We've had quite a bit of that lately. We've been working our way slowly through town, replacing the worst of the roadway signs that are faded and trying to bring those up to snuff. We installed a brand new water line in service out on the corner of Tipsoo and Sunrise to a new resident out there. Right before Paul left, he discovered that there is a new homeless camp, if you will, just beyond the shelter down here. The one farther down by the trestle is on county property. This one's actually within the city limits. We've been down there regularly. Thankfully, lately nobody's been down there, but there's a bunch of garbage and stuff, so we're trying to keep that at bay. William went to Tri-Cities 2 weeks ago, started his training for his water distribution manager level 2 certification with the annual conference, and that kicks off the training for that. The next 2 weeks we're working on some tweaks and some new installs for our water system, a couple of variable speed drive pumps. On the 24th and 25th, we have our SCADA system, which runs our entire water system, gets upgraded. And we at Public Works just wanted to thank the mayor for allowing us to participate in the parade. We all had a great time and thought that was a wonderful thing, and we had a lot of positive feedback.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions for Farron? Thank you. Adam?
An internal review of the water system plan has been completed, and just working on getting those revisions in place to submit the whole plan to DOH as a first draft. TIB applications were submitted for chip seal on Center Street, Rochester Street, or excuse me, Rainier Acres Road, Rainier Estates Court, and a scrub seal on Rochester Street. The awards will be announced at the end of November.
How do you feel on that?
I think they're very solid applications. The only thing, the engineer mentioned that they did some chip seals in 2023, and so I don't know if that will create a priority for other cities that possibly didn't get anything in recent years. So we'll see. But they definitely understand the urgency of Center Street and the other streets. He was just out here a month or two ago and reassessed all of the streets. He regraded them all. So, but I gotta say, if you do look at the website, overall Rainier streets are, on average, they're rated higher than most others cities in the state. So I don't think that's taken into consideration. I think it's more about they just look at it per street. We'll see.
You know when that is in November?
November 21st. They announced the results.
We won't know until our December. Well, we have, we'll know.
Yeah, they announced their board meeting.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Anything else?
That's it for me.
Any questions for Adam? Thank you, Adam. Dennis?
Attended TRPC. We approved the next 5-year RTIP for nothing on it for Rainier, unfortunately. We're still in the process of recruiting a new director, and we're getting quite a few applications. So that's positive. Other than that, I have nothing.
Any questions for Dennis? Thank you, Dennis. Ron?
Nothing.
Any questions for Ron? Thank you, Ron. Tom?
Just one concern that's come across me. We've lost Rainier Chapel as they moved a food bank in there, so they don't have the homeless or the shelter, emergency shelter situation. And so we're down to the can only shelter probably, between 40 and 50 people per building, because of the size and all that stuff. So, kind of looking for some other options that we can add to it if we need to. So if you want to keep got some ideas on that, that would be great. And other than that, that's all I got to report.
Thank you, Tom. Any questions for Tom?
Yeah, the food bank, is that the county food bank that's moved, or is
No.
it something the chapel's doing by itself?
Yeah. I think they've got, I don't know, I see a couple bands over there full of food and stuff. I don't know where it's coming from,
My understanding is that the new pastor is running it himself,
so, yeah, exactly.
him and his wife.
Yeah, okay, well, that's fine, I just,
Yeah. And I see people there, I can't remember what day, it's multiple days a week, I think.
No, they're only doing Thursdays.
I knew there was some time, but there've been quite a few people there at times.
yeah, well, that's good, we need it.
Anything else? Thanks, Tom. Maureen?
The Tammy floor looks great.
Thank you.
Any questions for Maureen? Thank you, Maureen. Phil?
Well, after months and months, we finally got a response from the Department of Commerce on ordinance changes to comply with all the stuff that the legislature dumped on us for land use. So, next meeting, it will be your turn to look at it. Only 6 ordinances, and I think it's less than 100 pages when we get it all done. So, it's and it is National Teddy Bear Day.
National what?
Teddy Bear Day. If you care.
Thank you. Any questions for Bill? Thanks, Bill. Tammy?
So November, excuse me, the November meeting falls on the 11th, which is Veterans Day, which City Hall is closed. So we need to decide what we're going to do about our meeting. Are we going to move it to a different day, a different week? Any thoughts? We have to have it posted on the website and just make the changes. So I thought this would be a good time to discuss it.
I would just move it to Monday.
I'm not opposed to that, whatever you guys want to do. So Monday the 10th instead of Tuesday the 11th?
Happy with it.
Everybody's okay with that? Okay. As you can see, the floor is completed. Theron and his crew are going to resurface these when their summer slows down. We just got, yesterday, the gentleman came in and fixed the transition strips. They were kind of a tripping hazard, so he fixed those, and so now it's finally complete. As Theron said, the parade was wonderful. We had a great turnout. I was a little worried when I first went up there. I didn't see many people on the side of the road, and I was like, where is everybody? And then it's like they just appeared when I think they just got there right at 11 because it was busy when we actually went through the parade route. I applied for a Weyerhaeuser grant again. It ends on September 30th, so I don't have an answer on it. I asked for $7,000 for it's a toy, what do we call them, merry-go-round, but it's like a fancier version of a merry-go-round. It would fit adults or small children, and it's about $5,000 plus shipping. So I asked for, excuse me, I asked Weyerhaeuser for an additional grant for that, and I'll let you know if we get it or not. And our monkey bars, I believe, are due to be in soon.
They should be in like any day now.
Yeah. So little by little, we will have a nice little playground over there. And that's all I have.
Any questions for Tammy? Thank you.
Have we had any more comments or complaints about the lights in the park, or did we get that settled?
I have not had any comments, no.
I just want to thank city staff, Darren, your department, Tammy, your department, for putting the parade on and participating in everything you do to get the signs going and working on Saturday. So share that with your departments, even though I already have. You can tell them I gave them kudos at the meeting. I got my Thurston County Mayor's meeting this Friday. Council retreat, 2 Tuesdays from today, 3 o'clock. Please email me or text me anything you want on the agenda, and I'll put it together like I usually have. Text me or Tammy or email, or let us know what type of pizzas you like. We decided at the last meeting we're getting pizza. That's all I have. Did I forget anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Where are we getting our pizza?
Huh?
Where are we getting our pizza? We getting our local?
Yeah,
They do good pizza.
yeah, they do.
Plus it's local.
Exactly. When there was a fire up in Bald Hills, they have a fire crew that's the inmates, and the little gal that is like the kind of like the boss of the inmate crew went to school at Rainier, and so she called Rainier Pizza, and they had 50 hamburgers, fries, and shakes made for the inmates that were fighting the fire out there. I happened to be there with my husband when they brought the dinner to them, and oh my gosh, they were so ecstatic. But then I saw the little gals on parade day, and I said, did you have to work on the day when we had to make the milkshakes? She's like, yes, 52 milkshakes took me 5 hours. And I felt sorry, but I could just imagine like scooping the ice cream. I'm like, oh, her little wrist had to be so sore. So Kaylee, little blonde basketball player.
Her mom's back working
Oh, is she?
back here.
Yeah, so
I thought that's who
Kaylee.
you were talking about.
Yeah.
I just saw her the other day.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay, thank you. Okay, any new business? Any old business? Who's gonna be the first one?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Oh, you finally got a second one. There's a motion and a second to adjourn. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned officially at 5:29.